Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome back to the 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa game. Today, as you can see from the title, we're going to be doing a qualifying run with Afghanistan. We're going to be doing a full qualification run with Afghanistan to see if we can get them to the World Cup. Now, these are the actual groups that happened, bar a couple of teams that I've actually replaced and stuff like that. We have to randomize it. That is the rules. Only one randomization. So in 3, 2, 1, boom. And we are in a group with Saudi Arabia, Hong Kong and Uzbekistan. Okay, I'll take it. You know, it's not perfect. You know, Afghanistan are probably one of the smallest teams in the group next to Hong Kong actually. But Uzbekistan and Saudi Arabia are way stronger than Afghanistan. So we'll see how this plays out. So before we start, let's have a look at the Afghanistan squad for 2010 very quickly because I don't know any of these players. There's a star player up top called Kadami. He's rated 57, which is about the highest rating I can see on the team next to the right back here, Sadat. But anybody else on the bench? No, not really. Quite a small squad for Afghanistan. And before we start, it is on legendary difficulty. All my gameplays on 2010 are on legendary difficulty because it is the best way to play the game. Our first match for Afghanistan is going to be against Hong Kong. Now, I know that Afghanistan probably wouldn't have played at home in 2010 or even these days because it's too dangerous to do that, right? It's far too dangerous to do that. I don't know about these days actually, but you know, back then in 2010 it was far too dangerous to play at home. Afghanistan do compete in sports, you know, cricket is one that they're actually pretty decent at. I'm fairly sure the Afghan cricket team beat the English team. I'm fairly sure they have a player that's actually supposed to be really good. I don't know who his name is, but apparently he's quite good. So yeah, that's the extent I know about Afghanistan sports. Just the fact that we'll see Afghanistan at the World Cup would be pretty insane. That was kind of like the idea behind this run, you know, to celebrate 7K. And this dude here. Oh, bad defended by Hong Kong, and that's gone wide. No. Oh, Afghanistan could have taken the lead. Some people might be a little bit annoyed that I'm playing as Afghanistan, might be a tiny bit controversial, but I did state at the start of these gameplays when I started doing them back a couple of years ago that we will do everyone eventually. So, I mean, it was just inevitable that we are doing Afghanistan today. I personally don't think it's that controversial, to be honest, because they compete in other sports in real life. Oh, Hong Kong. Oh, no. No, Hong Kong have scored and the defending there was not very good. Chan Soo Ki has opened the scoring for Hong Kong and that's 1-0. I tried to block it, but it went straight to Chan Soo Ki and he scores to make it 1-0. Okay, Afghanistan, let's wake up. Let's try and get into this run. Afghanistan, they got it. And that's 1-1. Brilliant strike and brilliant play to get the goal. And Afghanistan have got their first goal of this World Cup qualifying campaign. Kadami has got the goal to make it 1-0. All we had to do was just dribble past the defence and slot it in. And that is the equaliser. Through ball. Hong Kong's defence left exposed. And the sweat opportunity comes off. And Afghanistan have scored again. It's 2-1. And it's Azimi with the goal to make it 2-1 just before half time. Great move. I did think about, you know, scoring straight away, but no, I thought pass it off and see what happens, and Azimi puts it away perfectly. So Afghanistan are leading 2-1 at half time, and that's brilliant. What a start. I'm hoping we can continue this good run of scoring form at the moment. So through ball, it gets blocked. Hong Kong have been pretty decent defensively. I think I've been slightly on the lucky side to get my goals. Crossed in by Hong Kong. Oh, the header was messed up there. If he got a clean connection on it, it definitely would have been testing our keeper. Into the middle. Oh, Afghanistan. There could be a chance. Yes, that's it. That's game over. Hong Kong's defence were like statues on that play. And Kadami has scored again to make it 3-1 to Afghanistan. Look at that. They just stood still, let me go through. And that was a nice finish. Such a nice finish. And Afghanistan will be winning their first match of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers for 2010. Crossed in. Headed away. Hong Kong go for it, but it's not enough. Amri in goal has saved it, and that will be a win for Afghanistan. Fantastic start. And, well, to be fair, we should be winning against Hong Kong, really. They are a half-star team just like us. They gave us a good fight, but it wasn't enough. And Afghanistan take the points here at home, which is great. Now we need to contest against either Saudi Arabia or Uzbekistan. Next match for Afghanistan is away from home against Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan are a 3-star team, and if you know anything about them on this game, they're actually a really good side. So we got to be careful. We got to be good defensively. They can easily beat us if they want to. But currently, Afghanistan are top of the group. We really got to be careful here of Afghanistan, because every time we press, we will probably get caught out at the back. So we've really got to make our pressing count. The through ball. Afghanistan, no! That was a big chance to go 1-0 up. I feel like we're struggling massively. Even though we got that chance, we are struggling to get outfield. And of course, you know, we're a small team, so it's going to happen. But Hong Kong are taking the lead over Saudi Arabia. So maybe Hong Kong can be a team that can stop the bigger boys from getting out the group as well. Crossed into the box. That's an awkward one, but it goes over the bar from Uzbekistan. Like I said, it won't take them much to go through on goal and actually score. It's half-time, and we've held our own. It is 0-0, which is really impressive for a nation such as Afghanistan, but we are under a lot of pressure. Crossed in, and oh no, come on. Oh, thank goodness for that. I hate it when the defenders collide like that. It happens all the time, especially with smaller teams. Kappadze into the middle. No, goalkeeper. Oh my goodness, he saved it. What a save that was. The keeper was out of position. I was like, there's no way he's saving that, because, you know, I thought it was going to be a sweat goal, but that was such a good save. Uzbekistan. Oh my goodness, again. Again, another chance wasted by Uzbekistan. Late winner, perhaps. Kadami. Oh, it's gone in! It's gone in! Afghanistan have scored. It's 1-0. I thought I put that wide. 90th minute goal by Afghanistan at the end. And we made Uzbekistan pay for all the missed chances. That was such a nice strike by Kadami. Look at that. That is expertly done. And in the 90th minute, Afghanistan has seemingly stolen it away from Uzbekistan. Just boot it away. Like, just get rid of it. Just get rid. It's fine. I want this win. I want it so bad. There we go. That match was super lucky for Afghanistan to win 1-0 in the 90th minute, because Uzbekistan had tons of chances and they should have taken them, but they didn't. And we made them pay. That is a fantastic result for Afghanistan. That will give us 6 points. Next match for Afghanistan is against Saudi Arabia, arguably the hardest match of the group. Even though Saudi Arabia are rated the same as Uzbekistan though, so I would say both of those teams are equally as good in 2010. Maybe Saudi Arabia pip Uzbekistan just slightly, but again, it's going to be a hard match. I wonder if the team has some decent form now after beating Uzbekistan like that dramatically in the 90th minute. I know that Kadami definitely has some form. Oh, look at this. Saudi Arabia pushing their way past. They just don't care. It's saved. And, oh, he went to clear it and it's a penalty. Oh, I didn't even press the X button. I pressed the A button to slide it away, but it still counts as a pen. It's in the green. And he scores the penalty. Saudi Arabia are leading by 1-0. Al-Qahtani scores early in the game. So there's still chance to come back, of course. But the way Saudi Arabia were just pushing past my defence, it doesn't look good. Saudi Arabia look locked in here. The passing play is exceptional. Back post. Just cleared away, but it goes straight back to Saudi Arabia, who head it in for 2-0, and Afghanistan's defence is falling apart. Al-Qahtani again, and there's not much you can do when a team is on form like this. Saudi Arabia are probably going to crush me like 5-0, I think so. Into the box. Afghanistan, yes, what a strike that was, and that is 2-1. Barakzai has scored. And, well, we're back in this now. I don't know if we're going to be taking this game or not, because we got to play Saudi Arabia here now, and then we got to play them away from home, like, directly after this game. And that's a good ball. Can you get there? That's 2-2! And I think that's Barakzai again. Barakzai has scored to make it 2-2, and now we have a game on our hands. I don't know how Saudi Arabia didn't actually defend that properly. Crossed in by Saudi Arabia, and oh, that was kind of close. I think the goalkeeper saved it, but oh, like the fact that that header floated towards goal and it almost went in, and good save, and over the bar. Ah, that would have been a chance to get 3-2 up. Come Afghanistan, this is good ball movement. Oh, it's gone in. 3-2 to Afghanistan, and it's Barakzai again. I think he's got a hat-trick in this match. What a performance from Barakzai, and that is 3-2 to Afghanistan. I just randomly went for the shot because I couldn't position myself properly, and somehow that went in. Afghanistan pushing, and this is great play. And that's 4-2. The play was fantastic. And Kadami has scored to make it 4-2 with 11 minutes left. What a turnaround that was from being 2-0 down to being 4-2 up. Absolute masterclass. You know, Saudi Arabia were all over us, like, offensively. They were just dominating our defence. And then we managed to turn back and... oh, that was such a good save, but it gone in anyway. And that's 4-3. That's really unlucky. Altev with the goal. The save was fantastic, but yeah, okay. Well, we conceded another, but hopefully we won't concede anymore. And hopefully take the 4-3 with us. But yeah, great game. 4-3. Gotta love that. And that should be game over. Afghanistan have won by 4-3 over Saudi Arabia. What a match that was, especially for Afghanistan. Coming back from a 2-0 deficit to win 4-3 is quite incredible. So going into the halfway point, this is how our table is looking like. Afghanistan are top with 9 points. 5 points clear of Saudi Arabia and Uzbekistan, who are sat in joint second. So one more win and we'll go through to the next round easily. If you want to have a look at the other groups, North Korea are dominating that one over Oman, Yemen and Iran. Surprisingly, Iran not having a great campaign, especially when you've got Oman and Yemen in there, but it's still all to play for. In Group B, we have Japan, India and China with all 5 points, which is quite weird, but makes for an interesting group. In Group C, Iraq are currently top with Australia in the second place position, Bahrain just behind them with 4 points, and the UAE struggling with 1. And in Group E, we have South Korea top of that one, with Syria and Qatar both locked with the same amount of points in second place, and then Tajikistan just behind them with 3 points, only 1 point behind. Our fourth match of the campaign sees us away from home in Saudi Arabia. Now, we just played Saudi Arabia and we won 4-3 back in Afghanistan. So can Afghanistan come back in this one and win again? I think it's going to be harder because we're away from home. Over the top perhaps. Header, and almost. We had to try it, but it was saved by Abdullah in net. Hong Kong are 2-0 up over Uzbekistan. That could help us out massively. But at the same time, it kind of defeats my point about, you know, a guaranteed win over Hong Kong. Because they could have us, you know. Absolutely could have us. I'm not, like, saying it's an absolute guarantee, but it should be with the form that we're on. Afghanistan don't go for the header. Kadami. Oh, off the post! What a finesse shot that was. We're doing better than we did in the last match against Saudi Arabia. We're actually defending really well, shutting down all the Saudi attacks, frustrating the home fans for sure. It's just that we're not getting the proper attacks we want. We've hit the bar or the post. We've hit the post, but that's about it really. I'd like more from Afghanistan if there is anything in the tank in this game. I'd love to see it. And Afghanistan, yes, what a finesse shot. Just before half-time, Kadami has scored, and this team is getting better and better and better. Kadami opens the score sheet just before half-time to make it 1-0 to Afghanistan. And it was a lovely finesse shot, just inside the box, and then bang, top corner. Crossed in. The header, oh, just palmed away from the Saudi keeper. Crossed in by Saudi Arabia. Oh, just wide there. And it's going to be a corner to Saudi Arabia. They've kind of woken up a little bit now. Afghanistan have done absolutely amazing to hold on to this 1-0 lead. If we do, then we obviously get the 3 points against Saudi Arabia again. But also it will mean that we will advance to the final round of Asia qualifying. That's crossed in and caught by Amri in goal. Once we boot this away, it should be a win for Afghanistan. And, you know, that's just... Oh, here we go. Come on, Kadami. Can he finish it off? No, he can't. He hit it on the wrong foot. But it's fine. We won 1-0. Fantastic by Afghanistan. And I'm fairly sure as well that Hong Kong beat Uzbekistan by 2-0. I'm fairly sure they did. So that will mean that Afghanistan are ahead in the group by 8 points. Our 5th match of qualifying sees us away from home against Hong Kong. Anything can happen, but I mean, it doesn't matter because look at the group. We are dominating the group in terms of points. Like, even if we lose our last 2 games, nobody can catch us up. Through ball. And here comes Habib. Habib. Can he do it? No, absolutely not. What was that? Lam Kar Wai. Cheng Su Wai. Whipped it in there. It's really hard to say some of these Hong Kong names really quickly. Like, I can barely speak most of the time anyway, but it's really hard to say some of these names. But we scored from a deflection, and that's Barakzai with the goal again. He is the main man in this run. So that's half time, and Afghanistan currently hold a 1-0 lead. Really good so far. I'm not expecting to absolutely like destroy Hong Kong. I just want to win and keep up the momentum. The more games we win, the better the form for the next round of qualifying. The goal is to get Afghanistan obviously to the World Cup. Into the middle, and I got taken out there. That might be a red card. Oh, you're lucky. Hong Kong have got it, and now Afghanistan can't get back. And over the bar it goes from Hong Kong. That was a chance they could have used to get back in the game. Remember, Hong Kong are only slightly behind Uzbekistan and Saudi Arabia for that battle for second place. Crossed in, and Hong Kong have got it. And it's wide. That was the big chance to equalise. Crossed in. And the shot is saved. Saudi Arabia are 2-0 up over Uzbekistan. So you have to think that Saudi Arabia will be holding down that last spot. Hong Kong are trying to get back in the game. Even a draw might help their chances, you know, going into the final game. But if they lose, it's pretty much game over. Here comes Barakzai. Can he finish the game off? Not quite, and it's going to be a corner. Oh no, what is that defensive error? Hong Kong, they've scored. It's a late equaliser for Hong Kong, and Cheng Su Wai has scored to give Hong Kong a minute chance of stealing that second place spot going into the next, well, the final game. I can't believe that defensive error by Afghanistan, and we couldn't get back in time, and they scored. Okay, well, we helped Hong Kong a little bit there by drawing against them. So, you know, they got a point. That will mean that Hong Kong will have to win their last game in order to steal that second place spot. Our final match sees us against Uzbekistan. For our perspective, it doesn't matter, but for Uzbekistan, they'll be gunning for that second place position if Saudi Arabia slip up. 2-0 to Saudi Arabia over Hong Kong. It looks set in stone that Saudi Arabia will be going through to the next round. Good save by our goalkeeper there. Over the top, Barakzai doesn't get on the end of it. It's been quite a well, quite a tame game. A little bit on the boring side for Afghanistan. Not much has happened. And not an awful lot has happened on Uzbekistan's point of view either. Through ball, Barakzai. It's the 84th minute. Can he do it? Saved. I couldn't quite control it there, sadly. That was a really poor clearance. And I just got fouled on the edge of the box. It could be a chance for Afghanistan to score. And you know what's going to happen? It's the last kick of the game, and I don't care what any of you say. This guy is taking it. If he scores, that'll be outrageous. Amory? No, that's not going to happen. But it's fine. We drew 0-0 against Uzbekistan. Afghanistan will finish top of the group. Fantastic qualifying campaign so far. And Saudi Arabia will be coming with us after they won 2-1 over Hong Kong. Alright then guys, so this is our next group for Afghanistan, the final qualifying group. And I wasn't actually that far away with my prediction. I said that I'll probably get South Korea, Iraq, Australia, and maybe Saudi Arabia. And I was only one team off. It was Qatar instead of Saudi Arabia. So that's the group we got to contest with. That's really, really tough. I'm not sure how Afghanistan are going to do it. In the other group, it looks like this, arguably worse. That is a really, really tough group as well. We've got North Korea, China, Japan, Iran, and Saudi Arabia in there. If you want to see the final results of the group stages from the last round of qualifying, that's our group. We finished top. Saudi Arabia finished second. In Group E, it was South Korea and Qatar, both with 11 points. Tajikistan kind of came close, but were just short by 4 points. In Group A, it was North Korea and Iran. North Korea were dominant in that campaign, absolutely dominant, and Iran finished second, of course. In Group B, it was Japan with 14 points and China with 11. India, 6 points behind. They had a decent-ish campaign, and Chinese Taipei with only 3 points. And in the other group, it was Australia with 11, Iraq with 10, Bahrain missing out by 2 points, and UAE with only 4 points. The other qualifiers haven't really started yet, so I'll leave that for next time. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed your first part of your series with Afghanistan. I hope you guys tune in for the next part as well. If you did enjoy this video today, then give it a like and subscribe. Keep it loco as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.